Oh, my lips look so gross. Anyways, I decided to start a plantain business. Why, Noemi, start another business? Well, if you recall. Oof, the red is a little too red for me. Anyways, I'm not naked. I'm wearing a tube top, although it looks like I'm naked. I'm going out to Cheetah. You guys, I love this spot. A lot of prostitutes, which is kind of concerning, but the best goat in Kinshasa, hands down. I love Ngwasuma, but Cheetah has the best goat. So I'm going there with my girlfriends to catch up. So let's go. Merci, Jenny. Oh là là, donne ça, ils a chargé. Oh 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 oh. Yo, on dirait Oligama Papa était à Namonaka. Non, Oligama Papa, jamais Namonaka, on a ma papa. Anyways, I decided to start a plantain business. Why, Noemi, start another business? Well, if you recall, I got a farm business going on in Bondundu, which has been a mess because I had some family members involved. But now that I'm putting structure into that, I realized how capital intensive agriculture is. So my brilliant mother was like, why don't you do a business that's like a side hustle that sells things that people need and eat already in Congo. You just enter a very high demand market. So I chose plantain chips, and it's been going really well. The first 3 days were a lot of testing, a lot of failing. Oh, ok, parfait. Pardon. Tiens, là, qu'on a pas. Iran a utilisé un. A lot of learning, but the reason why I'm sharing, because you guys know I love to share business ventures. And honestly, because if you're in Congo, you want to start a business, do it. Like, Kinshasa has a population of now, what, 20 million, I think? There's no way I'm going to serve everybody. So if you want to enter this space, I say you do it, but there's a lot of learning curve. One thing about plantain that's a little tough, unlike potato chips, the bananas are sensitive to time. So we bought so many bananas, and half of them, by the time we bought them in Kinshasa, they were somewhat green, but we underestimated that they were already ripe. So the next solution for me, I think, is like the plantains needs to be bought like inside the suburbs, like the villages, which I'm doing tomorrow. That way you're getting it fresh off the tree. Because what I did is the first time I bought the plantain, I bought them in this market called Matadi Kadiba. It's like, I think I'm butchering it, but it's like a market here in Kinshasa where they bring plantain from various parts of the country. But yeah, by the time it comes to your transport, the plantains are somewhat ripe. But for the chips, you really need them to be green. And the second thing that I decided to make a bit different, my plantain flavors are actually gonna be chili pepper, which is pili pili, and I'm keeping the sweet flavor. So I'm not doing salty, I'm doing hot and sweet. So, but so far it's really, really cool. It's only been 3 days of testing and failing, but as of this morning, we finally got it right. The electricity is not working. Like, these are realities of working in third world countries. So now we're using gas. Industrialisation, comme ça, tu dois faire des risques comme ça. Et c'est ça, je sais exactement de quoi tu... to fry it, and I'm really investing in like this little house to be top-notch clean. My staff has uniforms. I'm really getting them to use gloves. Like yesterday we were testing, so I made sure to have soap that they clean their hands. I am not in the stinky business. But I really make sure that they have gloves. So it's a little different culture for them, because a lot of the plantain chips that are sold on the street are kind of dirty. It sounds rude, but a lot of them are actually, because I worked for 3 ladies last week to learn the business. And if I were to show you guys pictures of what it looks like, it is mortifying how dirty it is in some of those places. But so mine, I really wanted it to be top-notch, clean, quality. And so I'm super excited. But a lot of learning, like I said, learn a lot with the plantain, of buying the plantain. The second piece that's very tough is that the purchase power of Kinshasa is really, really low. So we're selling it for 500 francs a bag. 500 francs is like 18 cents. So I was like, let's put a lot of chips in one bag. My staff was like, hell no. Like, you need to cut it by a quarter, because we're not going to be profitable by having that much in one bag. So that's been a little sucky and a learning curve. And I wanted to bump it up then. I was like, okay, instead of 500, I just sell for like 1,000 francs. We tested it this morning. No. People are like, we're used to 500 francs. We want to stick to 500 francs. But the good thing about selling it at 500 francs, in the last hour, we sold 60 bags. So that's pretty impressive. Although 60 multiplied by 500 francs is like nothing, but it's still a good validation of a product market fit. So learning curve, baby. Morning, loved ones, from Kinshasa. So we're heading to the farm. We're already late, stuck in traffic. The motorcycle hit the back of our car, like the lights, signal lights, I don't know what they're called. So now the police has to take his motor. Like, it's so useless to fix those light things that my car is like $200. He cannot afford it, but they're putting it to the police to teach him a lesson. Ugh.
Aujourd'hui?
Kendi papa ki kendi. Naibi. Wala kendi ozotala na.
Na ba ba no bazaka Messi comme on a bimi boy.
Ah, ok.
Non, ça va quand même.
C'est bon, c'est vraiment cool. Donc vous faites quoi exactement? Ok.
Vous pouvez venir. Là, en train de nourrir la terre.
Perfect, perfect.
C'est comme à titre, oh, les pelambala moko, non, ils ont pelamalembe, malembe, les fumier, on a, dengue vandi, poutoulou, on a dengue vandi. Il va mélanger avec la terre et puis il va planter.
La qui ça?
Nani?
Quel nébé?
C'est très bon. Et ça, suka inakati.
Kitoko.
Yeah. Okay. Little fruit. I think it's called jackfruit. No, oh, Teli. Eh, il a passé, hein. Que-
Pour diminuer la pression sur la forêt,
Yeah.
ils vont amener une autre source de revenus aux autres. Oui, oui, kasi bambo kana bango yango ne. Bamobutu, bale.
Very productive meeting. We just finished. We discussed the Tusa, who's like an expert with honey, found us a local guy who's really good with bees and knows how to do honey beekeeping. Super excited that he's gonna start helping us at the farm, my farm, to help us produce honey. Because background story, before I used to buy honey from locals, but now I want to be a producer. And then secondly, in my farm next year, I also want to start planting onions and plantain trees. So he also found us 2 people for that. So I'm so excited to just have local knowledge, local talent, exchange of knowledge, best practices. So that's really exciting. So I'm happy. We are officially in Kisantu. I freaking love Kisantu. Like, it's where there's a botanical garden. Sorry, it's very noisy, but it's part of Congo. These people are such hustlers. Like, I'm very biased. I'm from Bandundu, love Bandundu. I don't really care about tribalism. But real talk, Congo and Kasai people are hands down, I think, the most hardworking DRC tribe. And I'm from Bandundu, so I'm just saying, not biased here, stating facts. But Kisantu is super cool, so we just picked out some mukunda herbs. So ultimately in our farm, there's a lot of bad weeds. Instead of always removing the weeds with lawnmower and labor, there are these plants that you can put into the soil to kill the bad weeds, and it sustains the flowers. So super happy that I found this organization that plants it through the Ministry of Agriculture. So if you just go to the Ministry of Agriculture, Delta Gombe area, you show up at their front desk, you ask them, I want these plants that stop bad weeds. They literally recommend you this organization. So we just came back, picked it up, and now we're heading back to the city. On the way, we're trying to buy plantains. The plantains are so much cheaper here than Matadi Kibera Market in Kinshasa for our trip. So morning. Oh my gosh, I look like crap. It's okay. Okay, so I'm in my depot. So today it's week 2 of the plantain chips business. A huge hurdle is electricity. Although I have this depot and I have a little bit of like a small house where I'm doing the plantain chips, a big issue here is the electricity. Like, it's literally like I don't understand electricity enough to explain it. But what I gathered is, for some weird reason, during the day, they cut off the electricity, give it to another neighborhood, and it comes back at night. But that doesn't make sense because we're producing during the day. So I just got good news. The electricity is back. So we're going to quickly package the bags. Because to package the bags, we're using a heat sealer. Oh, there it is. I can show you guys. A heat sealer. And so this thing requires electricity. And so we're going to take advantage of the fact that electricity is back to package over 200 bags. And then, yeah, so I think by the end of the week, I'm probably going to invest in a group électrogène, which is like an electricity group thing. But yeah, so welcome to some of the challenges, but there's always ways to counter it. And yeah.
Aziba pokike na ndenge mabe aolala bilala la. Oh,
Alright. So stuck in 2-hour traffic in Kinshasa. Yeah, there's a guy in the back looking at me. Stuck in 2-hour traffic in Kinshasa. My driver ran out of gas. So he got out of the car to go get gas in the middle of the ride. Okay, people. Today, $120 went to the police over bribery because turns out my backlight was not working, which cost $10 to fix. But the police of DRC stops me in the middle of the road. $120, by the way, that I had budgeted to go towards the product for my plantain. I was on my way to buy more plantain at Matadi Kibala. It went to the bribery of the cops because they threatened me that if I don't give them at least $150, I'll have to go to the police station, drop my car for 3 days, and pay $200 fine. So in the end, we settled for $120. Here are the costs that you need to take into account if you're gonna do business in DRC. My day's done. Like, I'm done. I'm just gonna stay home now.